I firmly believe that all of us, we're yearning for something greater in our lives. We want to make a difference. We want to achieve something of significance with our lives. But at the same time, there are also people who might have given up hope as a result of continued and multiple failures after they have tried. But also you get people who might struggle to achieve because they don't know how. They don't know which step to take in order to achieve what is in their heads. And there are also people who know clearly what is it that they want to achieve, but they become the very chief architects of destroying that which they want to achieve because of a sense of desperation and wanting to push for the outcome, and once doing that end up working against that which they wanted to achieve. And this is what I would like to talk to you about in this video. I would just like to share with you 4 things that I believe are vital for you to be able to achieve the things that you put your mind to. Firstly, anything that we want to achieve starts here. It starts in our mind. It is conceptualized here so before it can see the light of day. And how do you do that? You start with the process of having a clear vision. If you don't have a vision, if you don't have something that you working towards, then there will be nothing to achieve. So I always encourage people to sit down, reflect, and envision that which they would like to achieve. And sometimes people underestimate the power of visualization. You putting your mind into the future regarding that which you want to achieve. Say, for example, you would like to set up a business in the next year or within 24 months. You just have to think about that which you want to achieve. But the cardinal mistake that most of us do is that we think about the how. We think immediately about why we cannot achieve that particular goal. You know, when I read the story of Walt Disney, I learned that one of the things that made him to succeed was that he had 3 rooms, and in one of the rooms it was where thinking was happening, and in the second room people would literally move into that room, and that is where plans were hatched towards that vision. And in another room, which is the third room, people would go and critique the plan that has been made. The challenge with most of us is that we don't allow ourselves to be in that visioning room. We mix the visioning room, the planning, and the critiquing room. And what I learned from Walt Disney is to sit in the visioning room and to think in unlimited ways about what is it that I would like to achieve. You know, when you are asked the question to say, if money was not an issue, if resources were not an issue, what is it that you were going to do? That's exactly what Walt Disney was doing. And I encourage you to sit in your visioning room and think as crazy as you can. Don't think about limitations. Don't even put judgment on your own ideas, because once you start to put judgment on ideas, that is where the recipe for failure starts to kick in. So it starts with having this vision and just visualizing the possibilities, how life would look like once that vision has already been achieved. If you allow yourself to get into that space, then you are getting somewhere with your life. The second point is belief. And we are a product of our own belief system, because our belief system determine how we think, and our thought processes determine the things that we do, which is the behavior, and our behavior informs the actions and the outcomes that come out of that process. So if you believe that you amount to nothing, if you believe that you cannot, then your behavior and the manifestations of things that will do will prove that theory that you do not believe, and your results will be the same. Equally so, once you start to believe that you are able and you are capable of doing certain things, it affects your behavior, and that manifests in the results that you're going to achieve. Let me give you an example, simple example. Once you believe that you cannot run 10 kilometers and you truly believe in your heart that you're not going to run it, you won't even start to go out in the field and run, which is the behavior. And as a result, over time, your results will not show. But once you believe that you can do it, you can run, you can actually run for 10 kilometers. You're going to put your running shoes and you're going to create time, which is the behavior. And ultimately, you'll be able to challenge yourself. So it takes you to believe in yourself that you're going to do something so that you can be able to achieve that which you have envisioned earlier. And the reason why sometimes people do not act upon their beliefs is because of the environment that they come from, and they start to put the environment in front of everything instead of saying, I come from this environment, but I am not my environment, and I'm going to do things that are going to change my circumstance because I believe in my capabilities. Self-efficacy come into play right there. Sometimes people are not able to do something because their belief system is affected by the knowledge that they have. But once you work on your knowledge, you start boosting your own belief system, and you know that you can be able to do it. If things have happened in your life and you start saying, because of this particular event, I amount to nothing, then it affects your belief system about yourself. Okay, if you fail once and you say, I'm a failure, that is the belief that you are imprinting on your mind. But if it happens that you fail and you attach the meaning that says, this is the failure that happened and I am not it, but I'm going to stand up and work upon myself, then you're going to have a different belief system. So believe in yourself so that you can be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve in your life. Now let's look at the third point. The third point is about prayer. We started by saying you must envision that which you want to achieve, and you need to believe in yourself that you've got the capability to do it. And prayer, as far as I'm concerned, is the way you communicate your needs to your Creator. You now say, Dear Lord, I believe that I've got the capability and I'm able to do these things that I would like to achieve. But on my own, I don't think I am sufficient. I can only achieve this because my plans are supported by you. That's my belief system. And I'm not imposing any beliefs on anyone. But I believe that there's a Creator up there. And I also believe that if your plans are not aligned and supported and sanctioned by the Creator, you are not going to achieve. And the reason I'm saying that is because I firmly believe that any plans that you have should not only be plans that affect you, but it should be plans that affect other people in the most positive way. And it is for that reason that I'm saying you take all your dreams, all your visions, whatever that you believe in yourself, and say, I'm not sufficient, and then leave it up to God in terms, and communicate to God in terms of prayer, and ask for wisdom and ask for the obstacles to be removed so that you can go ahead to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And lastly, let it go. Let it go. Leave it into the universe. The first three things that you would have done are sufficient enough because you have used your talents and your gifts. You have gone in front of your Creator to ask for a way forward, and now you need to let it go. Think of it this way. I have seen people, even adults, who act like children. Remember a child who is seated at the back of the car And as they are traveling with the parents, they'll be asking, Daddy, Mommy, how far are we from where we're going? No, I need to reach that place now. And some of them start crying. And we as adults do that. We want to tell our God when things should happen. We become desperate. And as we become desperate, we start working against the plans that we're still going to realize at the time that is anointed. So for me, the cherry on top is about letting it go. Put it to the universe and things will start to happen. And when I say put it to the universe, it does not mean that you do not have checks and balances. You do not work on your dream. No, it is just that you do not push it to a point where you get desperate, where even your body tells you that you are unsettled. You want things to happen the way you want them to happen. That is why sometimes people end up bribing other people because they want the results now. They want to effect the results themselves. That's why some people become so greedy in the process and as a result working against themselves. I truly believe that true results happen once you leave everything out there to the universe, because you have done that which is necessary to ensure that your plans are known by the universe and they will ultimately happen. So I'm appealing to you to say you can achieve your dreams, but you need to clearly spell what your vision is. You need to believe in your capabilities, but your capabilities are not enough until you align with your Creator, and you need to pray for wisdom, for courage in the process. And lastly, you've got to let it go and leave it to the universe. And I promise you, you'll start to see yourself reaching a lot of stuff, a lot of things that you have always wanted to reach in your life. If this resonates with you, if this talks to you, please continue to subscribe to Dreams Made Possible and make sure that you put your plans in your mind and you leave everything to your Creator, and definitely your life will change to the better. Until the next episode, I thank you.